Good morning and welcome into TV8's Good Morning Vail. It is Wednesday, March 13th. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. Joining me in the studio is Kimberly Perot. We are talking a special art show with David Perot and much, much more on the first hour of Good Morning Vail. So buckle up, stay tuned. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TVA Weather Center. On this Wednesday morning, we have a 32-degree temperature to start the day at 8 a.m. and some snow showers expected throughout the day. A high of 43 degrees today, 90% chance of snow. So with those high temperatures, that snow is going to be pretty thick and wet in certain places. At noon, temperatures warm up to 37 degrees, and at 4 p.m., temperatures start dropping back down to 32 degrees, and into the evening, those snow showers are expected. Into Thursday. Eagle, 80% chance of snow showers today with a high of 45. Avon, 90% chance with a high of 44. Vail, 90% chance looking at a high of 43. And even Denver's looking at a rain mixture, 70% chance with a high of 52 degrees today. So if you're traveling on that I-70 corridor today, be prepared to wait in traffic if it's snowy and rainy out there and it's going to freeze overnight. Tonight, low of 22. 90% chance of snow showers, some slight winds coming in from the north, and scattered snow expected tomorrow, Thursday as well, and Friday scattered snow expected. Saturday, afternoon snow expected. So lots of snow expected throughout the next couple days before sunny skies start rolling in this weekend, but temperatures are heating up for highs, and lows are still kind of dropping down into the teens then at night. So that's a good kind of sign for the snow, Kim. But hope you're ready for some weather.
I'm ready for some weather, and I'd say the snow is definitely starting to come down. I don't know if you got to peek outside yet, but it's on its way.
Yeah.
So we're seeing it. The roads are definitely looking a little bit wet, but be safe when you are out and about.
Yeah.
And lots of fun stuff will be happening today, though, for sure.
Had a little bit of snow on the truck this morning, but I'm sure it's fallen now, and it was definitely kind of wet and heavy.
It was. Well, we've got a lot happening in this first hour. You've got a couple of interesting interviews happening and coming up. Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, checking in on a new Paramount Plus show and a lot more.
A lot more. And we've got the C. Anthony Gallery featuring David Yarrow's new work as well this weekend. So lots of exciting stuff happening in the Valley and beyond and here on Good Morning Vail. So grab that cup of coffee and we'll get started with our show right after this quick break.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to our show. And in this very first segment on this Wednesday morning edition of Good Morning Vail, we've got some very interesting conversations happening. Located just down from the ice rink at Beaver Creek, C. Anthony Gallery is filled with all kinds of incredible artists, but especially David Yarrow. We are loving his new exhibit, The Art of Storytelling, which happens this upcoming Saturday at 7 p.m. We joined Maddie Evans to give us all of the details about the exhibit and beyond. So let's take a look at that conversation.
This is Maddie Evans with the C. Anthony Gallery, and we are so excited to invite you to come enjoy all of the fabulous art by David Yarrow. Now, he's an incredible storyteller, so you're going to have the opportunity to see his work in person as well as hear him talk about it. Now, you can come up to the C. Anthony Gallery in Beaver Creek on March 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. to have a chance to meet the one and only David Yarrow. Now, last year I was lucky enough to sit down and get to do an interview with him, so let's hear what he has to say. Welcome back to the show. We're standing here in the beautiful C. Anthony Gallery with one of the most collected contemporary photographers in the world, and that's David Yarrow. Thank you so much for being here to chat with you.
It's great to be here. I know it's a very special place, Beaver Creek, and coming here in Vail, we meet so many old friends. So it's not work. It's great fun to come up here.
Well, we love when you come up here, only because your work is so phenomenal. You're taking our galleries by storm right now, and we've got so many incredible pieces around us, but you've really created a brand for yourself. So who is David Yarrow?
David Yarrow is a Scotsman in the late summer of his life, trying finally to make an honest living. He is a father, and my son's with me now, and we collaborate with many great Americans, and it's an honor to work with some of the people that we work with, and it's an honor to work with some of the galleries that we work with. I have been a photographer for probably 40 years. I started taking first paid pictures when I was 17.
Wow.
So it's when people say you've been an overnight success, I say, well, not really. It's been 40 years, and there've been a lot of bumps on the road. But there's been a constancy and a determination to create art that engages people. And I think maybe my mother was an artist, and I learned a lot from what she got right and a lot what she got wrong. But I think artists should maybe think a little bit more about what the buyer is looking for. And we're very focused on what people want rather than what we can necessarily take.
Which I think you do such a great job of capturing all of these incredible pieces, and you've done such a wonderful job throughout your entire career because you have so many different varieties, but you've really been focusing on this theme of the West. So what kind of drew you to the West?
Well, I think Taylor Sheridan's also very focused on the West at the moment with 1883 and the new series, and I think the second half of the 19th century in your country is the greatest story ever told. Partly because of the characters, the character-rich people, and partly because it was played out against the most extraordinary landscapes and backdrops, and Colorado being a case in point, because you have these extraordinary canyons, box canyons like Telluride and Creed that we love to film in. So it's a character richness of the second half of the 19th century that allows you, as a storyteller, you've got so much material to play with.
Well, so what helped you discover America West as you were kind of starting this inspiration in all of these great works of art, because we have so many of them around us right now?
I think all artists, they copy, they get ideas from seeing the work of others. I remember when we filmed in Telluride, we were very conscious of the fact that Tarantino shot The Hateful Eight very close to where we're filming. So inevitably, you go and watch it, and you go and watch it again. He himself said that artists tend to have very few original ideas. You get thrown ideas from the things that you see. And I think there is so much potential still. Colorado, Montana, Texas, Wyoming. They're all places that we feel that we haven't really done more than scratch the surface of.
There are some incredible places to shoot here, and we're always so lucky when we have you in our community taking some great pictures. Now, your work has been insanely successful throughout the U.S. Now, you've worked with some very large icons, and so who has been kind of the biggest standout to you and why?
Well, we're photographing with a very big icon next week, but we can't say who it is right now, other than the fact I think New Yorkers are very fond of him. But I guess here looking around, I mean, I've worked with Cindy Crawford a lot, and she is a true icon, and my team all think that she is the best of the best in terms of professionalism, charm, the way she treats people. And she's a beautiful person inside as well as out. So it's and when you work with the best like that, it keeps you on the top of your game, which I like to be. But I don't want to go backwards. But we've also worked with a load of people from the world of Hollywood and sport. And you know, I know Russell's not had the greatest of seasons at the Broncos, but I think there are many people other than Russell that would probably take a bit of responsibility for that. But he's been great to work with as well.
Which is so cool, and it gives you so many wonderful opportunities. Now let's talk a little bit more about the philanthropy side of things, because you are a very large philanthropist and you're very involved with your work, and you make sure your work is very involved with it. So can you give us some more information on that?
I think it just gives an added purpose to what we do. It also allows me to work with people perhaps that I wouldn't get the access to if I just said, here's a project that's purely for financial gain. Whereas we turn around and say, here's a project whereby we could give $1 million back to a pediatric cancer hospital or something like that, I think it encouraged them to get involved in something that's slightly different. I think also for everyone, it doesn't matter whether you're your age or my age, I think contextuality is important. We're very blessed being in a ski resort like this on a beautiful day, but there are people that are far less fortunate than us, and spending time with them, I think, lends contextuality to what you do, and humility. I'm an artist, but I'm a father first and foremost. That's the most important thing for me.
And I loved seeing your son come in with you. You guys both had gigantic smiles on your faces.
Yeah,
He's here helping you set up everything.
Because when we were coming through, there was someone giving a critique of the work inside. And they didn't know that the artist was walking past, and they went, "Yeah, the pictures are whatever, but the sculptures are really good." So we thought that was very entertaining. And everyone's entitled to a view.
Right. Well, sometimes you catch those right at the right moment, and you get them as you're walking into your own gallery show.
My middle name's going to be whatever now. It's like they're whatever.
Now, you just released a new book, so can you give us some more information about the new book, what people can expect from it, and where people can find it?
Well, hopefully not on eBay from the people that bought it last night, but hopefully you can get it in Barnes & Noble. You can get it obviously on Amazon. You can get it here where it's going to be signed. The proceeds, it's all for charity. You know, books, there's no money in books unless you write about wizards or werewolves or pasta. But it's like a nice business card, but if it helps raise money as well. It's a book of stories. I'm a storyteller. And it's just a collection of stories of some of the photographs we've taken.
Which I think is so cool. Now, I do want to ask you, because you are known for selling such incredible pieces of art. You've curated such a collection. Now, you've had pieces sell for up to $100,000. What's next for you?
I got to get some sleep. I'm Scottish, and our rugby team have a very important rugby match tomorrow, so I'm going to be scrambling around trying to find somewhere. And I know it's not on here, but we'll find a way to watch that at 8 o'clock. We're always, being an artist is a journey. It's the journey that matters. It's not the final destination. I don't know what I'm going to be photographing in a year's time, but there'll be a journey. I didn't know what I would be photographing last week, a year ago. So, but the key thing is always to be authentic and try and do different stuff. I'm not quite sure where we'll be in 3 months' time, but I know where we'll be in the next 6 to 8 weeks, and we've got some exciting projects in New York next week.
Well, we're excited to see those upcoming projects. Now, if you had to give one piece of advice to a younger David Yarrow right now, what would you say to him?
One piece of advice. I think the most important thing of advice I give to every aspiring photographer is make sure no one can be a bigger critic of your work than yourself. To be really tough on yourself. We're very tough on ourselves. You know, last year, I don't think had a particularly good year creatively. I think maybe I took 4 strong pictures. And this year, I've taken 2 so far this year. So if we can do 5 a year, I see too many people using their website as a sort of photo dump, and they go away for a week to somewhere and they put 100 pictures on the. Are you really saying that every hour you take a picture the world needs to see? That's exceptional. You must be exceptionally talented to do that. So our goal is 5 pictures in a year. And the other thing I think is to read and research. And when I was 20, by the time I was 25, I knew the business model of every relevant contemporary photographer in the world. That was my job, just to understand what they were getting right and what they were getting wrong. Ansel Adams, your most famous photographer, said photography is about the work of others. Learning from the work of others, seeing things you like and things you don't like. Photography is not about a camera, it's about your heart. I think too many people obsess about camera settings and camera manuals. My biggest fear is, you know, one of these events, some camera geek asks me a question about 285 of the manual, and I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm much more, it's all about your heart and your soul. It's not about the piece of metal in front of you.
Which I think is so important. Now, we've got some great images around us right now and some very well curated images around us. And so can you tell me just a little bit more about what the curation process is like?
Well, if you're in charge of staging a picture, so there's no element of spontaneity, it is beholden on you to have a compositional balance. And if you're trying to use one picture, 1/250th second to tell a story, you've got to make every part of the frame sweat. So you've got to make sure there's no tension points, that every part of the picture has a role to play in telling a story. So if you carefully compose a picture, it's almost like you've got to have a surgeon's eye for detail, which is a long way from where I started photographing sport or skiing, like up here, where it's more spontaneous. You're capturing a moment, but you're taking a picture rather than making a picture. I make pictures, and I'm very unapologetic about that. I think if you're simply taking a picture, there's an extent to which it might not be art, because art does involve a degree of preconception. Whereas if it's just capturing something that happens in front of your camera, there hasn't, by definition, been that preconception. That doesn't mean it can't be a great picture, but the creative process is fairly stunted because there hasn't been a preconception behind it.
Which I think is so cool, and I think it's so incredible to have you here in our community joining us, giving us all this great information. David Yarrow,
You're very kind.
A legend here in Beaver Creek at the C. Anthony Gallery. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information, and thank you for the inspiration that you carry through all your work.
Bless you. You're very kind. Thank you.
Make sure that you make your way up to the C. Anthony Gallery. You check out his incredible artwork because there are so many amazing pieces throughout our community, and you can definitely find a bunch of them up here at the C. Anthony Gallery. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned. What great information from artist David Yarrow. Now you're going to want to come up here because he did just shoot locally and get some incredible pieces in places like the Minturn Saloon and the Lodge at Vail. So mark your calendars for March 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. and make your way up to the C. Anthony Gallery. We can't wait to see you here.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss The Tech Show. Check your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TVA Weather Center. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. On this Wednesday morning, we're waking up to some light snow falling. 8 a.m., 32 degrees. Things are going to heat up today to a high of 43, 90% chance of snow. A little bit this morning, a little bit this afternoon coming in. Into the rest of the day here. 32 degrees to start. Things heat up around noon, 37, 32 at 4 p.m. and 32 at 8 p.m. So kind of warm out there, mostly cloudy skies and some snowfall expected. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle, an 80% chance of snow today with a high of 45. Avon, 90% chance of snow, high of 44. And Vail, a 90% chance of snow as well with a high of 43. Denver, 70% chance of rainfall with a high of 52. Lots of weather falling out there in the I-70 corridor today. Tonight, a low of 22 degrees with a 90% chance of snow. Some slight winds coming in from the north, and then some more snow expected throughout the week. Scattered snow showers expected tomorrow on Thursday, and scattered snow showers expected on Friday before things kind of clear up this weekend and rolling into next week. Temperatures starting to heat up right now during the days, and at night temperatures come back down to the teens, so very variable conditions out there. Looking at the Beaver Creek Snow Report, 1 fresh inch to report, 2 in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 236 inches. Beaver Creek operating 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now with 100% of terrain open. That's all 25 lifts and 166 trails. Vail Mountain reported 2 fresh inches this morning with more to come, and that's 2 inches in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 241 inches. Vail operating 8:30 to 3:30 right now with all terrain open. That's 32 lifts and 278 trails. Lots of snow coming down in the next couple days. Be prepared for that and stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello, I'm Shervin Rezai here with Chenna Garden in Avon, Colorado. My hobbies are obviously skiing. I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. In addition to that, music's always been my first passion, and you can see that alive and well at Chenna Garden with our little record nook, where we have over 300 records, and we'll continue to grow that collection and play vinyl records for you while you enjoy your cuisine. Chenna Garden is Avon's oldest running restaurant. We've been open since 1988 when my mother set up shop and wanted to begin offering Avon, Colorado the best quality Chinese food that we could get. And I started working in the restaurant when I was 8 years old as a dishwasher making $1 a day. And then one of the servers, pushed by my dad, told me I should ask for a raise, and then I got $5 a day, but then I had to put all $25 at the end of the week into a savings account, which actually helped me out in college. So after college, I went out to New York for law school, and I spent 15 years out in New York City practicing law and working in-house, which exposed me to a lot of restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And after getting exposure like that, I realized that we have this beautiful restaurant here that has so much potential. So in the fall of 2023, we came back, remodeled, and tried to get this back to give that special feel that I've known all my life here. We've been offering a lot of new cuisines, including German cuisine with our good family friend Gunther Schmidt, who's been serving up authentic German cuisine in the Valley for many, many decades. Why not? This is America. We can serve German food in a Chinese restaurant, and we just let it try. And after a year of it, it's been building up some success, and we're just having a lot of fun just seeing the look of bewilderment on every customer when they're like, how am I getting German food in a Chinese restaurant that's this good at this quality? Chenna Garden is really all about that community, and that first starts with the local community. We always try to take care of all of us who are working hard, grinding it, so that we can also enjoy what this valley has to offer. And through that, we get a nice mix of word of mouth, tourists who come in. We're looking for something a little more authentic and that has a history with the valley. I'm a proud member of the Avon Vail Valley community, lifelong member as I was born here, and I hope you come out and see us here at Chenna Garden. We're open every day, 4 to 9, any day the mountain's open. Cheers.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. A Paramount Plus original is coming out soon, and we have two of the stars joining us via Zoom this morning, Brooklyn Prince and Shay Tafari. Thanks for joining us, you two.
Thank you. We're so excited.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So this is kind of a coming of age story. Can you tell me a little bit about this show, the original called Little Wing?
Go ahead.
Well, this movie is about a young 13-year-old girl who is just handling the ups and downs of growing up. and her life is sort of falling apart before her. Her parents are getting a divorce. She's losing her house, and she gets these two young pigeons, and through these pigeons, she gets into the amazing, crazy sport of pigeon racing and seems to find herself and basically the meaning of life within these pigeons and meeting a mentor.
That's amazing, amazing. And as kind of child actors, what does a coming of age story mean to you guys? What does that kind of mean to you?
Oh, okay, I'll take this one. Really a coming of age, I guess story or a plot. I really feel like that you grow, you come
Yeah.
of age as well within the movie.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things that you're gonna learn on set through the script, and there are certain things you'll look at the script and you're like, wow, that changed me a little bit. So not only is the character coming of age, you are too. So I mean, I love those types of scripts as well.
As much as you teach the character teaches you.
Amazing, amazing. And so the audience is probably a lot of young folks out there, but I think some adults can take some messages away from this storytelling as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think there's a part in this movie for everybody, whether you are an 80-year-old man who is into, sport or wanting to mentor, whether you are a 40-year-old mom trying to deal with crazy teenage kids, whether you are a 18 to 17-year-old boy trying to step up and be the man of a house, or whether you are a 13-year-old girl just trying to handle life. I think that there's really a part for everybody in this, and I think it'll bring up some good discussions within families.
Amazing, amazing. And Shay and Brooklyn as well. You've both kind of been in other films and productions as well. How does it kind of compare working on this one together, the two of you?
Oh, it's always better working with this one.
She's very easy to like, so it's
Me and him got along just right off the bat.
Awesome.
And
just fine, right through the
fine.
gates.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so
And so Paramount Plus, when is it available? How can people see Little Wing and where and how?
So actually, it's dropping today on Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, the streamer on your, TV or device, you can watch it there. And it's coming out today.
Yeah, let's go. So how do you guys celebrate the release? You obviously doing some media interviews this morning, but what's the day look like for you two?
We want to eat lunch.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. We're gonna have more interviews.
We're gonna do some school.
Yeah, we love school.
Okay.
But I don't love school.
That's okay.
And
That's
then
okay.
a screening later. So
Awesome. So no pigeon racing today for you two.
he might sneak out and do a little.
Yeah,
but-
I might fly to New York, get a pigeon, come back. And
There you go.
Release
There you go.
into the air.
I gotta ask. I know you guys have been in other films that include other animals. What was it like, kind of working in the pigeon field?
I mean, the pigeon field is. I mean, I guess. I mean, this is really my first movie working with animals. Brooklyn's done like Cocaine Bear and stuff, but
A little different.
Yeah, yeah.
Cocaine Bear,
A
they
little
didn't
different.
actually have a real bear.
Makes sense.
So if they did, I don't think I'd be sitting here today. So.
Totally. So definitely check it out, Little Wing on Paramount Plus. What's next for you two? You guys moving on to another project yet, or are you kind of riding this one still?
I mean, we're definitely celebrating this one, but I have a comic book coming out on March 20th, Misfortune's Eyes, in comic book stores on March 20th. So that's really what's next for us, but I mean, we're just really enjoying Little Wing. It's been a labor of love, definitely, for the both of us.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you guys this morning. Thanks for joining us. And this is your last chance to pitch it. How are you guys going to pitch this in like 30 seconds to check this out?
Ooh. You go.
Guys, make sure you check out Little Wing, guys. It's all about pigeons. It's all about like, coming of age and like love.
It's a
loss.
story for 13-year-olds
Yeah.
and families alike. It'll bring some great discussions. So go ahead and check it out and see us two crazies as we go on a crazy adventure to go steal a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely check this out because we're going to be watching Shay and Brooklyn here for years to come in other films. So both of you, thank you so much. Looking forward to the film Paramount Plus out today. We'll keep an eye out and stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. I'm Kim Fuller, Editor-in-Chief of Covered Bridge Magazine.
I'm Bobby LaRue, the Director of Partnerships at Covered Bridge Magazine. We have the pleasure today of sitting down with Madeline of Bava Beauty and Wellness in Avon. And we're excited to share her story and her business with all of you.
Yeah, so Madeline, you just opened Bava Beauty and Wellness in Avon. Tell us a little bit about your background in the Valley and your inspiration for opening the business.
Yeah, thanks for having me this morning. I was born and raised in the Vail Valley, so I'm a longtime native, and I saw an opportunity to open a business here, and I just took it. I've been an esthetician massage therapist for about 8 years now, and I was inspired to start a holistic health business because my dad passed away from cancer, and I was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer myself. And I feel really thankful that I get to share that with the community that I grew up in. So I'm super excited to bring Bava to the Valley.
Great.
Now you recently opened. I remember coming to your grand opening, which was pretty exceptional.
Yeah.
I would say it's a beautiful space if you guys haven't been there yet. But give us a little bit of an idea of what you're offering there and what you're hoping to bring to our community.
Yeah. So besides regular spa services, obviously we want people to just come relax, get a facial, get a massage. But we have an infrared sauna. We offer IV therapy, vitamin injections. It's just, we want whole body holistic health. So we're going to start offering comprehensive wellness testing, as well as, supplements to go along with that. So acupuncture, it's all over the board. We want everybody to come in and experience that whole body holistic health.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of coming in for a spa day, and the first thing that you get to see when you walk in the space is, like Bobby had mentioned, is just the amazing design that you worked with I think a designer on, and also had input that you shared with me, and it's so peaceful. There's definitely a feeling of serenity and space there that you can just relax all day. I particularly love that infrared sauna and being able to connect your own music or your own podcast, whatever it is, through your phone and have a really relaxing experience there. So there's just so many ways to enjoy the space. And you had mentioned that you have events as well, Madeline.
Yeah, we're going to start having, besides our regular hours, we're going to have some fun events on our schedule, mini yoga sessions, group acupuncture, aura photography, winter solstice ceremony, you know, the list goes on. We're going to start having some fun events. We want people to come enjoy that as well. And I think that's a really good offering for the community to, you know, come experience that. So I think it'll be fun. And, you know, I'm excited to have some other faces in Bava as well. Obviously, we've got myself and a team, but we're going to have some fun, you know, pop-ups and guests there as well. So I'm excited for that, and you know, really utilize the space. We've got a, you know, a nice space, so I'm excited.
Yeah. So number one, where are you located, and then number two, these great events. How do the listeners, the watchers, keep an eye and make sure they can attend these events?
We're located inside the Christie Lodge in Avon. It's next to Subway. We're kind of hidden in there, so we're kind of new, and people sometimes have a little bit of trouble finding us. But you can walk through the Christie Lodge lobby and find us. You can park, you know, in the front and come find us. We're right next to Subway, and they can check our website. We update our website. Our Instagram is also a great place. We're posting, you know, pretty on top of it, you know, updating the website with any offerings, events, as well as the Instagram. So they can, you know, follow us there.
Great.
Yeah.
And that combination of beauty and wellness, what was the inspiration there and the name Bava and just creating your business? How did it all come together for you?
Yeah, I think when you look good, feel good, you can do good too. And I think at some point or another, most people have experienced, you know, kind of whether they know it or not, a feeling of like being unwell, or just like at one point, maybe, you know, like you go on this journey of, you know, your health, it can be all over the board. So I really just wanted to combine the aspect of look good, feel good, do good. And I think we really bring that at Bava. And I was inspired by Bava. Bava means a mental state of peace or bliss. And so I think when clients come into Bava, they can really experience that. We want that whole body, you know, mind, body wellness.
Love that. Yeah, so in our current issue of Covered Bridge magazine, this is the abundance issue here for winter and spring, and just love this opening. To step into Bava Beauty and Wellness is to step away from the bustling energy of a busy day. Man, does that resonate?
Yeah.
Right? To be able to leave the hustle, the bustle behind and take some time for yourself. Also such a great gift at any time of year to offer to someone, a friend, a family member, to just allow themselves that self-care.
Yeah, we've been kind of coining the gift of wellness. And that can mean so many different things, but you know, everybody wants to feel well. You know, you can just give them a gift card, or, you know, enjoy it how you want to enjoy it, whether that's you just want to come relax, or you want some self-care, you want to come rejuvenate, whatever it is. You can come to Bava for that.
So great. Once again, Madeline Hethcote with Bava Beauty and Wellness here in Avon. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for watching Covered Bridge Magazine. This is our newest issue, and this is Covered Bridge on TV8. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Enjoy the journey.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Hi, it's Max from TV8 Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tv8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Up next, joining us via Zoom, we have two people behind a new comedy drama about an eccentric family in Brooklyn, New York. We have Gene Pope and Mel Harris joining us. Gene and Mel, thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
Mel, he's Gene, just in case anybody's confused.
Thanks for doing that, yeah. Now we got it. Awesome. Well, Mel and Gene, can you guys both kind of introduce us to what exactly Queen of Knives is about?
Well, Queen of Knives, I can tell you for sure, is not a slasher film, okay? It's not, it has an unusual title that was based on an old tarot card called King of Swords. And the whole point of it is that some people, as they get into middle age and stuff like that, they, in essence, may start playing with sharp objects. And the point of it is, Frank in the first film and the Queens in this second film are playing with knives maybe a little too much and you might get hurt. And that's the whole idea of it. So it's really, it's not a serious film like that.
I like that. I see what you did there, Gene, with the point of it. I caught that. That was very nice.
Clever. Wasn't that clever?
That was pretty good. Pretty good. So, Gene, obviously you're kind of the writer and producer and acting it, and Mel, you're kind of the main actress in it. What was it like kind of putting this film together?
Well, Gene can probably speak best to that because he's sort of the brainchild behind this whole thing, come up with the story and write it and produces it and acts in it, and he's really good at it and he's really amazing at it.
Yeah, but Mel, you have quite a big background, and so what was it like kind of for you to do this film, I guess?
Yeah.
It was actually terrific. It was wonderful. It's just a great troupe of people, actors, crew, production. We had such a ball. It was one of those jobs where you basically dance all the way to the set. It was fabulous.
Love that.
Yeah.
And Gene, you have...
Then you get to cry all day, but that's how it goes.
That means it's a good film. That means you're doing something right. But Gene, I was fascinated by your background. But like, can you talk about how you got into filmmaking and how you've kind of progressed from a career into this?
You know, I started making films. I'm one of those that started making films like when I was in high school and recordings and stuff like this, and then got into theater while I was in high school and realized that, hey, I'm a dweeb, but I can pretend to be somebody else. How cool is that? And so then I put that on hold, and many years later, I decided to say, well, a friend of mine said, I was in some local plays, and they said, hey, well, if you want to be a truly good actor, you should get some training, and recommended me to the Maggie Flanagan School in New York. And I ended up taking at a ripe old age, a 2-year conservatory course.
Wow.
And that really just launched the abilities that were there. And then at the same time, I was doing some short films with some people, and I banged into Lindsay Joy, who's the writer, and her dialogue is like unlike any others. She's the magic sauce to the dialogue in this movie. And I said, hey, you want to make a movie? And she goes, yeah, sure. And we started, it took a couple of years. We basically would sit in a restaurant until the chairs were upside down at night and talk about our lives and what was funny, what was not funny about it. And that's how the first script came out. And then COVID came, and that's when the second script came out. And basically how it all happened.
Amazing, amazing. And so Queen of Knives, can you kind of tell us, without spoiling it, a little bit about this family and this kind of the comedy aspect and the drama aspect that's going to come with it, but kind of explain the dynamic we have going on in this film?
Well, life, I've always felt that life is neither one or just one or the other. It's not just drama, it's not just laughs. It's a mixture of both. And so this family is intentionally, not unlike a lot of families. It's like, I think the statistic is 50% of all marriages lead to divorce. And it's like, wow, that's a big number, but that apparently is true. And when something like that is happening, it tends to have effects on the family. And that's what you're seeing here in Queen of Knives is after the divorce is done, where is everybody going? And it turns out that everybody is going in all new directions. So Kathy and Frank are going in 2 different directions, and Caitlin and Sadie are going in their own different directions. And yet, they still relate. And that's what gets interesting, is that the generations have their differences. We always have. We were part of generations that were rebelling and wanted to grow our hair long, and it was Vietnam War and all the rest of it. So seeing this now with these new generations of different levels is not that strange, and it's not that frightening. It's actually amusing.
Yeah,
and at the same time, and that's basically where the structure of this came from, to do this story.
And we're watching this family kind of stay a strange family, and yet it's growing. It's adding girlfriends, boyfriends, exes.
Wow.
One night stands, quite a few of those. And it's interesting to follow the dynamic of how this group is changing and learning as they go.
Definitely. Based on a little bit of real life, or are these people that you know, Gene, or are these kind of made up characters here?
Just his, not mine.
Yeah.
I plead guilty, and also Lindsay, the writer, it was based a bit on her father.
Okay.
So there's no question. I'm going to put it on the line. Been married 3 times. This last one is by far the longest and happiest that I love my wife, and my life now. But there was definitely time when I got married in 19. That's pretty young, and you kind of drift apart. And so I went through that period where I was acting like a loony bin. And some of that is in Frank. You're not surprised at all.
You're still a loony bin. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, I do.
But that's where great stories come from, kind of that real life aspect, right? So where can people go to find out more about Queen of Knives?
Well, you can go to the website, which has a lot on it, which is queenofknivesthefilm.com, and go there and you'll see backstory, pictures, eventually reviews will be on there. It'll tell you where to see it. It's currently being pre-sold on iTunes and Apple Plus, so you can do that right now. And of course, March 22nd is when it all launches.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Definitely check out Queen of Knives, pre-order now, and stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Now it is an afternoon, or a morning rather, of arts and entertainment, and I'm very excited about this next guest because she is a New York Times best-selling author. I've got Victoria Aveyard joining me today. Victoria, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me today.
So I'm very excited because this is the finale of your Realm Breaker series, and the book is called Fate Breaker. Tell us all about the book and the series.
Yeah, of course. I like to say that Realm Breaker is Lord of the Rings meets Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you like something from one of those stories, you'll probably find something you like in mine. It was very much written for me when I was a geeky teenager looking for a book that I felt like was an adventure that I could be a part of. And it very much asked the question, what happens when the usual heroes fail? Who's the JV team of saving the world? So I had a ton of fun with it.
That's great. So tell us all about the characters. Now this is the series finale, but it's really, it's been fun to kind of see the journey of the characters throughout all of the books. Can you tell us about this book in specific?
Absolutely. So our sort of band of criminals and misfits who do have to save the world are grounded around a teenage, not so chosen one named Coraine, who kind of against her will happens to be the only person who can save the world from something her uncle is doing. And writing her was really therapeutic, and I think would be very relatable to any young person, or any person really, who's figuring out who they are and what they want from the world. She's someone who is going from a place very sheltered to suddenly being thrust into the world that she wants to see, but then realizes it's a lot bigger than she expected.
So how is writing this series finale versus the others? Like what was the process like? You know, was it bittersweet because you knew the series was coming to an end? Tell us all about it.
A little bit. I mean, I'm sad to leave the world, which is a good sign. It means that I did my job, even for me. But with writing a series, I know where it ends. I always know where I start and I know where I end. It's finding the path between the 2 points that's always interesting. But it was sort of, I knew what I was building towards in this third book. And the real challenge was making it feel like it was big enough and exciting enough, and it was going to feel as special as the other 2 books to readers. And even though I'm my harshest critic, I kind of think I pulled it off.
Well, it certainly sounds like it. Now, with the other 2 books, you know, you had such a huge following with them, and they were on the New York Times bestselling list. So that's very exciting. Now, what do you hope readers get out of the finale of this series?
So one thing that I realized as I was writing this book series, I didn't go into it thinking, oh, this is my message that I have to parlay. But as I was writing it, I realized so much of this book series is about the importance of people coming together against a common enemy or a common threat. And it's one of my frustrations that I have with the world is, you know, you have a problem, we all know it's there, but we can't put aside our differences to fix it. And so I was kind of living that out in this book of people being able to say, there is a problem, we're going to fix it.
I love that. Now, when does the book drop? When can readers get their hands on it?
Tomorrow, I'm technically have my book launch tonight, but it should be in stores everywhere tomorrow on Tuesday.
That's great. Now, do you have any other exciting works in plan, or tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as one book is finished, you are rolling right on to the next idea. Thank God I keep having them. But I'm working on a proposal for what I think is going to be my adult debut. So far, I've written mostly for teenagers. It's new territory, and I don't think it's going to be a series either. I'm excited to write a book that's kind of one and done.
That's great. So you've got a couple of series. You've got the Red Queen series. Now you've got the Realm Breaker series. And this is just really exciting stuff. But you also were a screenwriter, or sometimes dabble in that as well. Can you tell us about your writing journey?
Yeah, absolutely. So I studied screenwriting in college, and that's where I think I learned everything that I know about storytelling, about character, about plot. It's all the same. The bones of story are the same, no matter if you're writing a script or a book. And I feel like that was really valuable to me. I also learned how to talk about stories. So for something like this, that was very valuable. Because most writers, you know, we're not here because we're good at talking to people. But yeah, it's been really helpful as well when we're trying to work on adaptations for my work. I sort of know the groundwork there, and I know where I can be useful, and I know where I step back.
That's great. So do you find yourself just walking through life, you know, kind of creating stories and making mental notes of what you might want to write about next time? Like, what is your process?
A little bit. I definitely have those moments where I think, that's a good story idea, or that's a cool name, and I will write it down. So be careful around me.
I love that. Well, Victoria, it's so great to have you here, and congratulations on your book, on the latest and greatest, Fate Breaker of the Realm Breaker series. You know, is there anywhere that we can go to follow your journey, your writing journey, and really just connect with you as the author?
Yeah, I'm probably a little too active on Instagram and TikTok, but I love it because the book community there is just explosive, and there's so many of us.
Well, exciting stuff. So we'll follow you on TikTok and on Instagram, and very excited for you on this, the finale to the series. I hope you have a great book launch party tonight, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Victoria Aveyard, the author of Fate Breaker, joining us here. Check out the series, get the new book tomorrow, and thanks so much. We will be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Wednesday, March 13th. We are at the top of our 8 o'clock hour. And thanks to Ross for joining me here in the studio today. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. In the second hour, we've got a lot happening. We'll be talking about Eyepieces of Vail, some of the products that they share, plus the Vail Valley Voices. They have an event coming up on April 6th, so lots of exciting conversation happening there. And then I had a conversation recently this week with Fit Integrated Wellness, all about the services that they offer and how it's a holistic approach as you approach your health and your fitness journey. And then Colorful Cooking with Tracy and Vail Vibes. We've got all of that happening in this hour. So let's take a look and get started right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TVA Weather Center on this Wednesday morning. 8 a.m. right now, 32 degrees to start the day. Things will heat up to a high of 43 degrees today, 90% chance of snow throughout the day today. Things really kind of heat up in the middle of the day. Noon temperatures will hit 37 degrees with cloudy skies, and then 4 p.m. snow starts rolling back in this evening and temperatures drop back down to 32 degrees. Into the I-70 corridor. Eagle looking at an 80% chance of snow today with a 45-degree temperature high, and Avon 90% chance of snow with a 44 high, and Vail 90% chance of snow with a 43-degree high today. Denver 70% chance of rain with a high of 52 degrees today. So varying conditions throughout the Rocky Mountains today. Tonight temperatures drop down to a low of 22 and a 90% chance of snow showers to fall overnight into Thursday here. Thursday, scattered snow throughout the day, and Friday, some scattered snow expected as well, and then afternoon snow on Saturday. So we are looking at snow the next couple days here, and then partly cloudy skies roll in on Sunday, and then looking into next week, the sun should be back out. Temperatures raising into those 40s throughout the week and weekend, and at night they're dropping down to the teens, so very variable out there. Beaver Creek Snow Report, 1 fresh inch to report this morning, 2 inches in the last 2 days, bringing the season total to 236 inches so far. Lift hours 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now at Beaver Creek with all terrain open. That's 25 lifts, 166 trails. Vail Mountains got 2 inches to report this morning, and that brings the season total to 241 inches. And Vail Mountain is operating 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. right now with 100% of terrain open. That's 32 lifts, including the Back Bowls and Blue Sky Basin, and 278 trails. Kim, we got a lot of snow / wet snow and a little bit of rain, a lot of stuff coming in right now. So
It's crazy. You know, I was just looking at the weather updated report during the commercial break, and a lot is going on in Denver and here in the valley. I think we're supposed to get up to maybe 48 inches in the mountains.
yeah,
which
they're
is
kind of
pretty
calling
great.
tonight into tomorrow for some serious snowfall.
So, you know, the season is not over,
No,
which
no,
means
no.
we'll have great spring temps as we are out and about on the mountain this weekend. So
Yeah.
it's going to be great.
And-
And if we're out on the mountain,
We're going to need a helmet.
we're going to want to look good, see good, to ski good.
Yes.
But we love this cask helmet from Eyepieces of Vail. So Ross, what do you think about having an all-in-one? You've got the goggles, you've got the helmet, and then the best part, you've got your Bluetooth audio system.
That is the coolest part. That is the coolest. When I was pulling it out of the box, it's got a little charger, a very small cord to kind of charge that thing. And whenever you got technology like that, it's just one less piece of equipment to carry.
It's true, and you can see the outlet right there. So it's using the new USB-C outlet charge, which is really great. And you know, it's universal with the latest and greatest iPhone if you've got that, plus any other type of technology. But you know what I love about Cask is their ventilation system.
Yeah.
So you can just see it's got an active ventilation system is what they like to call it. But it's really lightweight, and you know, you can kind of just slide back and forth. I don't know if you can see in there, but they've got it's just very waffly and it's easy.
Yeah, and it looks good, and works for music, phone calls, and again, just having it all in one piece.
It's great. And then this lens, you don't actually have to change your lens when you're wearing the Kask helmet. It's got technology that helps it adjust so you can kind of see in all light conditions. Not all, most light conditions, a caveat there. But what's great is that Eyepieces of Vail has all of this exact model, but they also have several other colors. You can get it in neon. You just have to walk into the store and see. But Kask is really great. It's made in Italy, so it's definitely a designer brand, but it's just really lightweight, and I think a really great helmet to wear on the mountain.
Love it. Eyepieces of Vail has everything you need.
They've got locations all over the place, 8 locations, including in the Roaring Fork Valley, plus here in Vail and Beaver Creek and beyond. So we love Eyepieces of Vail, and we love all that they have to offer. They're definitely state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line, curated collection. So head over there if you want to check out the Kask helmet and more.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max at TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TVA Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, it is hard to believe we are halfway through March, and that means we are talking about all kinds of great things that are happening in the Vail Valley in April and beyond. And joining me today on the couch are two wonderful members of the Vail Valley Voices and talking all about their event that they have coming up. So I've got Ted and Jen. How are you both?
We're doing great. Thank you. Thank you.
Great to have you here. So Vail Valley Voices, it's being presented by the Vail Valley Theater Company on April 6th at Route 6, or Route 6, I like to say route. But
Yes.
Ted, tell me all about the event.
Okay, so it is a live storytelling event. We'll have 10 to 12 locals and friends and neighbors do a 5 to 7 minute story about their life and how it connects to Vail. And it's styled after the Moth Radio Hour, if you're familiar with that at all from NPR. So stories about big moments of turning points in their life, from big emotional moments, and some are funny, some are really emotional, some are kind of intense, and it's going to be a great night.
That sounds so exciting and so much fun, and it's great to know how people are connected here to the Valley, because that's our common denominator between all of us, is that we're connected to the Valley. So Jen, talk to me about the storytellers and who we have joining us.
Well, I'm going to defer that to John, because John knows a little bit more about that.
So I'm producing the show.
Okay,
so
great.
I've been feverishly recruiting storytellers for the last couple of weeks, and we have some great ones. We have Helmut Fricker is going to join us, who everyone knows in the Valley. He's the German storyteller up at Beaver Creek. He's going to, we have to keep him limited to time because he has so many stories. We have people like Liz Farron are going to come and talk. Elizabeth Sullivan is going to tell a really fantastic story I saw last night. We have a gentleman from Burundi who's going to tell a story about growing up in Africa.
Wow.
So we have a really wide range, from very funny local German kind of mountain stuff to global things, to some very personal stories of people that are coming. It's going to be great.
That's great. So you're producing the show.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement with Vail Valley Voices, and why this is so such a great project for you.
So I've been part of the Vail Valley Theater Company for about 20 years and been doing a couple of shows a year, going back to Men of La Mancha and Chicago and others. I'm the head of the marketing committee, so I head up kind of getting people aware of what we're doing. And Vail Valley Voices is a show we did once last year, and I told a story and I loved it.
Great.
It was so much fun. It's a little bit scary, but it's also really energizing and fun to tell stories, so I wanted to do it again. And we're going to try to do it a couple times a year going forward.
That's great. Well, you're telling a story here by sitting here on the couch. And I'd say 5 to 7 minutes is a great, perfect amount of time to tell a story. Now, Jen, tell me a bit about you and your involvement with Vail Valley Voices, as well as the theater company.
So I'm also on the board. I am the head of the special events committee, and I'm here to promote our summer production, which we're super excited about. It's going to be Cabaret.
Amazing.
Yes, and so we are about to post our auditions, which I think will be April 11th and April 14th. This show is going to be sometime in mid-July, and we're super excited about it. We've got lots of exciting surprises that are going to be involved with that. And so come to our website, Vail Valley, Vail Theater with an R-E, theater with an R-E.org. We have, we're going to have a cast page where you can get all of that information. And then in addition to Cabaret, which is super exciting, we also have a lot of classes and workshops. Like, we've really are trying to extend our tendrils into the community. And so we're doing workshops, we're doing improv, we've got choir classes, we have Broadway dance classes that are coming up. And John, please remind me if I'm forgetting anything.
That's great. We've been kind of going through a rebirth as an organization in the last couple of years, and we're doing a lot of community outreach, wonderful things to get involved with. But the two big tent poles are Vail Valley Voices, April 6th, Cabaret this summer, and then a bunch of other things you'll find on the website to get involved.
That's great. Well, great words that were just used, is the rebirth and the tendrils into the community. I love that. I love that. I know I've been keeping an eye out on the improv class, and that just seems like so much fun and a great way to get involved and to get out of your shell.
Yes.
So what can, if we wanted to do the improv class, tell me a little bit about what we can expect out of it.
So Gina Parrish, she leads the courses, and she is just absolutely phenomenal. She is super welcoming, and we basically kind of have a new group every time, and so it's really fun. So newcomers are welcome. We've got all kinds of talent, and she's very good at leading us through the process from A to Z, basically, in the basics of improv. And so, we just I think we're going to be doing it twice a month now. It's once a month currently, which is the first Friday of every month. And I'm not sure what that second day of the month is going to be yet. We're still working that out. But we've had it's been such a successful program so far that we're adding a second date per month. So I'm very excited. We're hoping, eventually maybe we might be able to do a show someday in the future, but all the things we're working up to. So it's very exciting.
I love the idea of it, because you don't even have to have the desire to be an actor or a performer. It's a great way to just help push you past your boundaries. So I love that. I love that.
Oh, and it's so fun. Yeah.
And you know, some people are a little bit hesitant about getting on stage.
Mhm.
So we have all these programs for people who don't want to get on stage, but
Yep.
they like to sing or they like to dance or they want to do something like improv. So
That's
it's,
true.
it's a great opportunity.
Well, you're both doing great on our stage here at the studio. So you mentioned Broadway dance classes. You know, tell me about that. Is that a new thing that's happening, or has it been going on for a bit?
It's been going on for a while. We do it in partnership with CMC
Mm-hmm.
at the CMC Dance Studio. We have a current session that's ongoing that's sold out, and then we have another one that will be starting in April.
Okay, great.
Those dates are on the website, and it's a weekly class.
Okay.
We have our choreographers from the Vail Valley Theater Company teach it, different teacher each night. And we pick a number from a great show, like the Chicago dance number.
Love that.
And we learn that dance, or part of that dance that night, and then we go in the next week and we learn a different one. It's very fun, even for people who can't dance like me.
I was going to say, do you have to be a dancer in order
No.
to take this class? That's wonderful. That's great. So let's talk about the cabaret auditions. Now, Jen, you mentioned they are coming up. So what kinds? What is the call to action? How many? Like, what kinds of people are you looking for? Performers, dancers, singers, both, all of it.
You look
Sure,
like
let me
yes.
talk a little bit.
Like, I'll take that one.
We're peripherally involved with that. We have a whole team that's
Okay.
been going crazy getting ready for that. But if you're familiar with cabaret, there are a number of leading male roles. There's a range of people kind of in a range of ages can fit different roles, from the MC, the old Joel Grey role from Cabaret, to Herr Schultz, who's the German gentleman who has a romantic relationships with a woman in the show. There's a bunch of dancers, lots of fun dancing that just dance. So you can come as a dancer if you don't want to sing or act. You can come as a singer if you want to sing and be part of that. There's a lot of different fun roles, and it's a really relevant story today because it's actually set in pre-war Germany, before World War II, and there's undertones of the German Reich coming and anti-Semitism and a bunch of other things that are very relevant today.
That's true. That's true. So how do you select which productions you're going to do throughout the year? That's a tough question, I know.
Well, it's a tough question. It's hard.
It is. So many great ones.
We have a group of people who love to produce shows, whether we're on stage or off stage or doing backstage like scenes and set building and things like that. And so we have lots of people who are very passionate about what shows they want to do. We create a list. We have an arts and entertainment committee that goes through that list, and we think about what we have the ability to cast. Like, do we have the people to do it? Do we have the facility to do it in? You know, all of those kinds of things. And then we choose a short list of shows and we vote on it as a board.
That's great.
And we have a long list of shows that we want to do. And we've also done some fabulous shows in the last couple of years. It's been great, really fun.
That's great. So as you produce shows, you know, how do you do this? You are a nonprofit, so people need to contribute, and you know, how do you raise the funds to produce your shows?
So anyone that is interested can become a member of the Vail Valley Theater Company. It's a $20 annual fee, and that gets you some of these classes for free, so it's actually a great deal.
Yeah.
And then we have underwriting from various sponsors. We have had some involvement from the town of Vail in the past, from Vail Daily, from a number of the restaurants that we work with. For example, the venue for Vail Valley Voices is Route 6 Cafe in Eaglevale, and Ollie, the owner of the cafe, donates his space.
That's great.
So we have a
Wow.
lot of people who help us in really fabulous ways, because it costs us a lot more to produce a show than we raise through ticket sales.
Sure.
So we need additional support for sure to be able to do it.
Well, I certainly appreciate the arts, and I love musical theater and all that it is involved. So congratulations on Cabaret coming up. Auditions are coming up, so that'll be on the website soon. And then Vail Valley Voices, April 6th.
April 6th.
Yep.
Tickets are on sale on vailtheater.org now. And it's $15. It's a pretty cheap date.
Yeah, that's
you can do it also
great.
at the door, and it's a really fun, casual day. We talk about kind of being enlightened and entertained by your friends and your neighbors.
That's perfect. People you probably wouldn't expect to hear from sometimes too, as well.
Exactly.
So we appreciate that, and love having you both here on the couch with me. Very exciting. So Vail Valley Voices, April 6th, 7 p.m. at Route 6.
7:30.
7:30 at Route 6. So tickets on sale, $15. Well, lovely to see you both here, and we are excited for you as you progress throughout the spring and summer season.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now we've got a bit more on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Hello, I'm Shervin Rezai here with Chenna Garden in Avon, Colorado. My hobbies are obviously skiing. I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. In addition to that, music's always been my first passion, and you can see that alive and well at Chenna Garden with our little record nook, where we have over 300 records, and we'll continue to grow that collection and play vinyl records for you while you enjoy your cuisine. Chenna Garden is Avon's oldest running restaurant. We've been open since 1988 when my mother set up shop and wanted to begin offering Avon, Colorado the best quality Chinese food that we could get. And I started working in the restaurant when I was 8 years old as a dishwasher making $1 a day. And then one of the servers, pushed by my dad, told me I should ask for a raise, and then I got $5 a day, but then I had to put all $25 at the end of the week into a savings account, which actually helped me out in college. So after college, I went out to New York for law school, and I spent 15 years out in New York City practicing law and working in-house, which exposed me to a lot of restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And after getting exposure like that, I realized that we have this beautiful restaurant here that has so much potential. So in the fall of 2023, we came back, remodeled, and tried to get this back to give that special feel that I've known all my life here. We've been offering a lot of new cuisines, including German cuisine with our good family friend Gunther Schmidt, who's been serving up authentic German cuisine in the Valley for many, many decades. Why not? This is America. We can serve German food in a Chinese restaurant, and we just let it try. And after a year of it, it's been building up some success, and we're just having a lot of fun just seeing the look of bewilderment on every customer when they're like, how am I getting German food in a Chinese restaurant that's this good at this quality? Chenna Garden is really all about that community, and that first starts with the local community. We always try to take care of all of us who are working hard, grinding it, so that we can also enjoy what this valley has to offer. And through that, we get a nice mix of word of mouth, tourists who come in. We're looking for something a little more authentic and that has a history with the valley. I'm a proud member of the Avon Vail Valley community, lifelong member as I was born here, and I hope you come out and see us here at Chenna Garden. We're open every day, 4 to 9, any day the mountain's open. Cheers.
Good morning, Vail.
Physical fitness and mental wellness is a big part of what we do out here and living year-round here. Up next, Kim spoke with the CEO and founder of Fit Integrated that combines physical fitness and wellness. Let's check it out.
Now, welcome back to the show. Our next guest is an award winner, has come up with some incredible concepts, but has over 20 years in the health and fitness industry. Joining me is the founder of Fit Integrated Wellness, Jesse Benson. How are you, Jesse?
Kimberly, I'm excellent. Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you here. So excited. We were just doing a little bit of a sidebar before we started the interview. And tell me all about Fit Integrated Wellness and what you do.
Well, it started 2 years ago where we just relocated our facility post-pandemic. And so we actually relocated it into a 5,000 square foot facility where I saw the bones for some treatment rooms. So I brought in some RMT, I brought in physio, I brought in personal training, and we've assembled this entire concept with practitioners and what have you. So yeah, it's been an excellent, awesome journey. We've been working with a lot of people, getting them back on their feet, helping them back on the fitness wagon healthily, safely and healthily.
So Fit Integrated Wellness is exactly what it says. You've integrated fitness with wellness. And can you explain a little bit more in more depth of what your concept is and how you're bridging the gap between doctors and fitness?
Yeah, absolutely. So we saw, as we all know, the healthcare system is not ideal for everyone at the moment, and so people are seeking more proactive approaches to their wellness and their recovery. And so we're seeking to bridge this gap. And really what it comes down to is communication. When bringing all these different modalities together, they really are like different worlds, getting people, different types of people all working together. But we've been able to do this because we've brought all of our technology, all of our communications into one central place. And really, at the end of the day, each person holds a piece of the puzzle. So if you're working with a physiotherapist, they've got a piece of the wellness puzzle. If you're working with an RMT, they've got one as well, your trainer. And it's really when all of those people communicate together to find the solution, either be it holistically, but obviously also needing to have a very pragmatic approach and getting to the bottom of things. And where those injuries may stem, whether they're chronic or whether they're acute, we can quickly, as a team, figure out what's going on there. I think maybe a little bit more a little bit more efficiently than if you were to go to a doctor or something like that.
Oh, it's so true. And I think you and I were chatting about how it is often, as you mentioned, a game of telephone. You know, you go to one doctor, they tell you one thing. You go to another doctor, they tell you something else. And if you're not part of the same system, oftentimes wires are getting crossed and you're not getting the right information. So how does your approach really begin? Like, let's say I were to come to you, where would we start and what does that look like?
Yeah, well, you mentioned that you had a knee injury due to snowboarding, so you'd most likely start with our physiotherapist, Shane. You could do a free. She actually offers a free consultation online, but we've also got chiro and other physios as well. We've got RMT, so if you're in need of RMT, we could also follow up with that. From there, if you're looking to do any rehabilitative work, we can also get you in with one of our kinesiologists right out of the gate, have you do a workout assessment, where we then can get you started on some homework as well, like a food and activity journal. Again, depending on the nature of the injury, whether it's chronic or acute, we can also look at things like nutrition to help with inflammation in the body and help really expedite and speed up that healing process. So again, it's a bit of a holistic approach where the team will just jump into action depending on what the injury is. But again, if it's an acute injury, you could start with physio and then we go from there.
And it's really great. So you listen to what your patients, or I guess the people that come to you, you listen to what they're talking to you about and you really try to assess it at the ground level. So, talk to me about the different trainers and things. So you've won awards and you also have an academy where you train and really equip your personal trainers and beyond. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, the academy is something I'm really passionate about. Our mandate has always been to make fitness accessible. So this means time, cost, and location. And we've been able to achieve that in a really big way, given that our fitness offering is 30 minutes. So it's very accessible. We've cut the cost down for traditional personal training by about a third with Fit Integrated, sorry. And we're looking to go even further. So the Academy what allows us to do is give really everyone a shot at their passion and fitness. So we help certify trainers and we give them hands-on learning and experience. And if for people that are training with these newly certified trainers, they have the opportunity to get access to a trainer for just $20. So again, making it even more accessible, even more affordable to really the people who need it the most. So we don't see fitness as simply access to equipment. We see it as people requiring access to an instructor, somebody who can show them how to do things properly in the gym. And so we're really proud to see that. Again, it's just really people helping people, and the more we can remove that monetary component, the more pure it is. It's just in its purest form of, again, people helping people. My dream is to start a non-for-profit called FFA, Fitness for All Society. So once we have this for-profit model up and running, we're going to be able to seek out funding, given that a lot of the trainers are people who've recently immigrated here. Maybe they've got a bit of an accent, or they don't have the stereotypical look of a personal trainer, but they still have the heart and the passion to help people, and we just want to be the ones to help them pursue that dream, while again also making personal training accessible, potentially even free for low-income mothers or people, again, who need it the most.
I think that's so awesome because personal training is often seen as a luxury and not as a necessity, because most people surprisingly do not know how to operate properly in the gym and often lead to injury, which then leads to all different kinds of things. So talk to us about the awards that you've recently won.
Yeah, so I was recently nominated Canada's Top Fitness Trainer by Impact Magazine, and that was just a huge culmination again of that 20-year thing. So I've done probably more half-hour personal training than anybody in North America. I've done over 50,000 30-minute personal training sessions. I have countless transformations. I've developed all types of programs. So training, and I've opened gyms and all of that. I currently have 2 locations in BC and Calgary. So having a lot of fun with the fitness thing. But probably one of the awards that I'm most proud of was our Resiliency Award, which was also given to us by Impact Magazine for the surviving the pandemic, where 40% of gyms had closed down, but we were able to not only survive the pandemic and thrive, despite having to relocate our entire facility and clientele. And the award for me was just, the reason it was so meaningful to me was just the fact that they took the time to acknowledge everything that had happened, and grant us this award as Canada's most resilient gym. I think that it's an important thing to have.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that award. That's very exciting stuff. So if we can't make it to a physical location, can we follow you on social media or Instagram or websites and get a consultation or a program?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We are 30% online, so we do offer online personal training as well. So you can reach us at our website, fitintegrated.ca.
Awesome. Well, Jesse, great to chat with you. Loved just hearing. I know we just scratched the surface of your knowledge and what you offer. So exciting things to follow and to learn from. So thanks for coming on the show, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Now stay tuned. We have a bit more on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Snooki and Scott Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TVA Weather Center on this Wednesday morning. Snow showers expected today and into tomorrow. A high of 43 today, 90% chance of snow. A little bit this morning and a lot more coming later tonight. Noon, things heat up to about 37 degrees before dropping back down to 32 degrees into the evening and into Thursday with snow expected. Into the I-70 corridor, snow expected in the high country and a little bit of rain and snow expected on the Front Range in Denver. Definitely be careful out on the roads today and into tomorrow. Tonight, a low of 22, 90% chance of snow, some slight winds coming in, but that snow is going to start really accumulating this evening. The rest of the week, some snow expected pretty much Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before we can see things starting to open up Sunday and into next week. Temperatures heating up during the day and dropping down to the teens at night. So be prepared for a little bit of everything out there. Up next, we're checking in with Avija and Vail Vibes, who stopped at Gambit Bar.
Come on!
It might be chilly outside, but inside here at the Sebastian Hotel is a cozy new bar where you can take a break from the winter chill.
There's a new hot spot in town. The former Frost Bar went from icy to cozy and is relaunched as the Gambit Bar. Located inside the Sebastian Hotel, the new lounge is warm, intimate, and inviting. This is John D'Angelo, the general manager at the Sebastian. When he's not helping out in the bar, you may catch him by the entrance making hot, fresh stroopwafels.
Amazing.
He says the Gambit Bar has been a huge success so far.
I just could not be more happy with the first month of the Gambit Bar. It's it's a chess move, it's a clever risk, it's talking to someone you haven't spoken to before, maybe trying a drink you haven't tried before.
Speaking of drinks you may never have tried before, the Gambit's cocktails are a reflection of the hotel's priceless art collection.
There's a lot of beautiful artwork in the hotel, from Leonora Carrington to Emilio Plasencia Garcia to Alejandro Marti, who was the owner of this hotel, who passed away in July. We named a drink after him, and we named a drink after Leonora Carrington. It's Don Alejandro, which is a Scotch drink, and the Carrington Club, which is a tequila drink. We literally took a picture of their art and printed it on rice paper, and we floated on top of the drink. And it's been a huge seller. Also, our cherry smoked old fashioned was our biggest seller for the first month.
Nightly entertainment, an elevated menu, and as far as the stroopwafels, well, that's up to chance.
You gotta catch it. You just gotta get lucky.
John says it's just a hobby for him, but given the lines that form when that scent travels through the hotel, he may just make it a regular occurrence. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avija Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
You know, as much as I like to be in the kitchen here in the studio, we actually have a resident expert in-house. Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller shows us how to make chicken, and you bet I'm paying attention because I pulled some chicken out of my freezer last night. Let's take a look.
You're watching Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I'm a huge fan of chicken, actually. That's about my favorite protein, and I eat it most of the time. So what we're gonna do is super season it, like lots of salt and pepper over every little part of your chicken breast. We're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, coat it. I have my oven at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna turn this up a little tiny bit because I turned it down, you know, because of that whole summertime heat thing. And what happens when you have your hot pan, you put 2 cold chicken breasts in it, the pan automatically gets a little bit cooler. So crank it up a little bit when you're about to put your chicken in. We're gonna put that raw chicken breast right in there. You can kind of hear the sizzle. I wish we had a little more sizzle, but that was my fault. I was just talking too much. Okay, so there we go. We have the chicken seasoned on one side, but with every good protein, you need to season it on every single side. Now, I'm pretty specific about my seasoning. I like every single bite to have a little salt and pepper. Okay, I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. We're gonna sear each side of the chicken, and then we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees. This is a method that you can do on the grill as well. So if you're grilling and you have your grill really hot, fiery hot, you put your chicken on, you sear it up, you flip your chicken over, and you sear it up again. Then you can either put it in a cast iron pan or a baking sheet and finish it in the oven. This is a trick a lot of chefs use when they're mass producing. Like if I'm cooking filet mignon for 20 people, I will sear it up and then I'll let it cool, and then I'll pop it in the oven right before it's time to eat for about 15 minutes, and it gets to a perfect medium rare temperature. So this is a nice method. Okay, so you want to get a nice sear, a nice color on both sides of your chicken breast. And then we're going to let that sear up for a few more minutes. I'm going to pop it in the oven, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get our Colorado sweet corn out. I just actually cleaned all this corn up. Look at all that stuff hanging off of there. You want to cook it pretty quickly, and then you want to cool it down for this salad. So what I'm going to do is pop this chicken in the oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to finish baking it that way. So it's kind of off the stove. It's going to cook to perfection, and then we're going to have a nice chicken breast, lean and delicious, that we can enjoy. So I'm going to put this in the oven. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, corn salad is on its way. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking. I am Tracy Miller, and we've got some chicken in the oven, and we're also making a corn salad today. It's a really nice, light summertime dinner. To complete the meal, first of all, we have our fresh corn, which here in Colorado, we've got some good corn. So I'm just gonna pop that in the boiling water, and I'm literally gonna boil that for probably about 2 or 3 minutes. Everybody overcooks their corn. You don't need to cook corn very long to keep that nice little pop that corn has. I also have some fingerling potatoes, which I am a huge potato fan. They fill me up. They're pretty basic and easy to make. So what I've done is I've boiled the potatoes in water, and then I've sliced them. Now I have some olive oil in my pan, and I'm just gonna fry them up just a little bit. You can also bake them in the oven if you want to. That just gives them a little bit of a crispiness that's gonna make them really delicious and decadent. And of course, we are gonna season these with a lot of salt and pepper. And veggies are so good and healthy for you. They have a lot of water in them, but they also need a lot of seasoning. So we're gonna get those kind of flat on the pan. Notice how I have them spread out. Whenever you're cooking anything in your pan, you want to spread it out. Give everything a lot of space to get the heat around. That's the same if you're doing something in the oven, if you're doing something on a baking sheet. Don't clump it all together. Give it some space so that everything can get some heat around it, and it can all get nice and crispy and cook really well. So what I have is parsley and cilantro right here, and I forgot my brand new knife, so I have to use a knife here in the kitchen. But I'm just gonna try to mince this up really nicely. Not sure my knife is going to cooperate with that, because you know, the sharper knife you have, the better off that's going to be. But we're going to just do some parsley and some cilantro mixed together. I'm going to do a lot of salt and pepper, some red wine vinegar. This is what makes it really fun and fresh. And look at how low calorie this is going to be too. So it's going to give you some good flavor on that chicken breast, but it's not going to cost you a lot of calories. We're also going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. And this depends on how much you like olive oil. Add the extra virgin olive oil if you really like the flavor. Add a lighter olive oil if you don't want quite as much olive oil flavor to it. So we're just going to let that sit and kind of absorb all those flavors. Get that red wine vinegar. I can smell that vinegar and it smells really good. I'm going to actually add a few more herbs to the top of that, and then we're just going to let this sit and relax. And you don't have to let it sit and relax for too long. I would say like 10 or 15 minutes. It's kind of one of those things that you want to make right around go time, and you want to be able to serve it fresh, because that's what it is. It's really fresh. So we've got a low-cal chimichurri here. It originates from Argentina, good on any meat. I put it on steak quite a bit. You could even use it as a taco seasoner if you wanted to like put it on top of your taco or something like that. But right now, we're just going to save it for the chicken. All right, looks like our corn is possibly done. So let me grab some tongs here and just get that right out of there. See, that looks nice. And it's still kind of firm. It's not mushy at all. So what's going to happen now is we are going to just let that cool down for a second, and then I'm going to cut all the corn off to make the corn salad. I think one of the reasons why I was like doing this corn salad is because both my daughters had braces and neither one of them could eat corn, and I was like, had to cut the corn off all the time, and I'm like, hey, wait, I remember this. This is kind of a nice way to eat corn. Doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Chimichurri is a stuck in your teeth kind of dish too, so if you're eating it with a friend, that's the way to go, because that cilantro might stick around. You have to ask, hey friend, do I have anything in my teeth? Can't be on a date or anything like that, you know, a new date. All right, so we're going to crank the potatoes up. We just want to get a little crisp on them. We have the chicken cooking in the oven. I've seared it on both sides. I've popped it in the oven at 350. It's probably going to take about 20-25 minutes to reach 165. We're going to pull that out. We're going to let it rest for a minute, and then we're going to slice it up. We are going to put it on top of the potatoes, and then we are going to make the corn salad. I'm going to pop the corn under some cold water while we take a quick break. When we return, it is a Mexican corn salad that I really think you're going to like a lot. So stick around. We've got chicken in the oven. We're making a corn salad. This is going to be a nice light dinner for you and your family. I think the chicken is all done. So it's in the cast iron pan. I've had it in the oven at 350 for maybe about 20 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it out of the cast iron pan so that it doesn't cook any more than it already is going to. These are massive chicken breasts. I think that can feed a family of 3 to 4. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of take all the corn off. I don't know why, but I really like doing this. And look at how fresh and poppy, for lack of a better word, this corn is. All right, so I have the corn. I also have romaine, and I'm just going to put the corn, and I cooled the corn down under cold water. You blanch it, you boil it, and then you put it in cold water. It keeps that beautiful color. All right, I like spice, and I like jalapeno spice. We're gonna make it nice and spicy with the seeds and the stems, a raw jalapeno, which I like as well, and then we're gonna put that in there. So we have romaine, we have fresh corn, we have a little bit of jalapeno, and then a mixture of mayonnaise, Parmesan cheese, lime juice, chili powder, and a little bit of olive oil. So I've made that up. So here we go, we have our salad. I'm gonna move it over to our platter because we've got the chicken waiting there, which I'm gonna slice. We're gonna put the salad, and see, maybe this is a good way to do it because now the corn's on the bottom, so if I serve it like this, like all the lettuce is on top, this salad is delicious. You will absolutely love it. Now I think we're getting ready to slice the chicken, so we're gonna kind of do our grand finale in just a moment. We're making grilled chicken breast, corn salad. We've got most of it made. I'm gonna take a quick break, wash my hands, clean this place up a little bit, and then show you how it's done when we're done. Welcome back. back, I got to get Maddie Evans in the kitchen. Maddie, how you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to try this right now, though.
Okay, good. I have a piece of chicken there for you. I hear you're a big fan of chicken, so give it a bite.
All right,
I cooked it in the oven, and it has to have a little bit of moisture, which it was pretty juicy when I was cooking it. So there you go. Tell me, does it have some moisture in it? Is it pretty good? Did you get a little bit of the corn salad in there too?
Oh my gosh.
She likes it.
That chicken is amazing.
It's good. That's how you cook it. You sear it up, you finish it in the oven. You can do that with any meat that you have. We will have all the recipes online. We've got fingerling potatoes. Have a little more. How's it going? You're back on TV.
I'm back. It's amazing, but you can't talk to me now because I'm going to stuff my face.
Okay, so we've got the corn salad. This is a perfect summer dish. It's healthy, it's high in protein, it's low in calories, and it's going to taste good if you'd like to make it for your family or even for a party. Like you could do this on a platter for a party. I'm Tracy Miller. That's Maddie Evans. This is Colorful Cooking. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
You know, Ross has been up here doing the weather all show, but I wanted to do one last time to talk about what is happening with the weather today because it is going to be a wild one. As you can see, it is 32 degrees at 8 a.m., a high of 43, but we've got those snow showers coming down, and it's about 90% chance, but we saw a little bit of flurries earlier this morning as well. So the winds are coming from the west by southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. You know, every time that they increase, that means the storm is here or it's on its way. Looking at the hourly, 37 at noon, cloudy throughout the day today, 32 at 4 o'clock, and the snow will be coming down this afternoon, 32 at 8 p.m. as well. Looking at that I-70 corridor, 52 in Denver. They are looking at 70% chance of this wintry mix. Plus, we've got 43 degrees in Vail, 44 in Avon, and 45 in Eagle. So it increases as you make your way west in degrees, but lots happening with the snow showers. And then it's about 90% of that. Low of 22 tonight. Again, the winds will be coming from the north later tonight from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking at that 5-day, this is what we want to know about. Thursday, 40% chance of scattered snow, 38 for the high, 18 for the low, 45 degrees on Friday, high or a low of 18, and then scattered snow, about 30% chance of that in the afternoon. 46 for the high on Saturday, 19 for the low. We'll have a little bit of snow, but not much. And then partially cloudy on Sunday, 45 for the high, 19 for the low. And then Sunday, Money Monday is what I like to call it. 50 degrees for the high, 22 for the low. But those springtime temps will be here, and you won't even know that we had the snowstorm that just came in.
That forecast looks money.
It looks money on that Monday for sure.
Yeah, definitely going to be wet and heavy, but the cold temperatures at night are going to keep that snow feeling pretty fresh out there.
It's going to be great, and you would know because you're out on the mountain all the time. You
Try to
know,
be.
you are shredding it up. Colorado, living on the hill, all the cool videos. But we had some great stuff on today's show.
Yeah, what a great show.
It really was. And as always, love sitting here with you, Ross.
Yep, till the next one.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies.